Hello, good evening. If you're watching this replay, thank you so much for catching the replay. I'm sure it will bless you. You'll find it very useful. And I ask that you leave your comments, questions, whatever it is you would like to say about the live. And be sure to share with your friends. All right, welcome. Hey, Maybelline. Maybelline in the building. How are you? Hello, sir. I'm just gonna leave the topic here. Real life. Maybelline, how are you? How was your day now? How did Lagos traffic treat you today? Was Lagos traffic nice to you today? Okay, so today is our usual Wednesday live, but today we'll be having an amazing guest in the house, and I'm just going to stand by and wait for her. I'm just going to wait for her to send me a request. Oh, praise the Lord. Lagos traffic was nice to you. Great. Great. I hope it continues like that. It should continue to be nice to you, please. Okay, so today we will be having a chat with a lovely friend of mine. I'll wait for her to get in before I introduce her and all that. So basically for this month, I will be having a chat with 3 moms that have been able to combine the issues of life with still staying healthy, still continuing on that healthy path. So that's what we'll be doing for this month. And if you are not aware, on the 15th of this month, which happens to also be a Wednesday, there's going to be a free webinar. So I'm just going to share a copy of that flyer. If you can see my flyer, there it is. I'm going to be having a free webinar titled Stress is Not the Enemy. Stress is not the enemy. So there I will be breaking 7 myths that are destroying your health as a working mom and what you can do instead. So if you feel like your stress is worrying you right now and you want to know the way out, you've tried all sorts, it's not working, you should be in this webinar. Or you feel like your health is taking the back burner and you don't even know how to push it forward, I will be addressing 7 things that are possibly disturbing you, keeping you. Hello Drip, thanks for joining. So I will be discussing 7 things that are probably holding you back from, activating that healthier side of you, right? So if you have not signed up, that is... Hello sis, thanks for joining. How are you? How are the children? How is everybody doing? How is Lagos? So if you have not signed up for the webinar, you need to go sign up. That's the link there. It's rootoni.com/free webinar. rootoni.com/free-webinar. So we're just trying to hold up, slow down. Hello, thank you for joining. We're trying to just hold on a bit for my guests to join in. I can see she has joined. Hello Faith, just send me a request to join this live. Let me add you up. Let me stop sharing this. Please let it work. I've just accepted Mrs Faith Ekwemalor, my very good friend. Can you hear me? or see me? Yay! Now you need to turn the camera the other way. Yay! Yippee!
Hello.
Finally!
Finally.
Is this our Tunji? Hey, Faith brought Tunji to my life.
Finally,
Tunji of Canada. Hello. All the way from
all the way.
Canada.
All the
Hello,
way.
Tunji. Hello, Mrs Ekwemalor. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for
Yeah.
bringing an entourage with you. And thank you for everyone. Thank you to everyone who joined. Yeah, thank you so much. So I don't think we've
Happy
seen
to be
each other's
here.
faces like this. Like maybe, of course, we saw ourselves 5-10 minutes ago, but before that, I don't know if we've seen each other in like a year or so. But good to see your face, your pretty face that has not aged 1 second since the last time I saw you.
Same here.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. So I have the very
Thank you.
beautiful
Can
Mrs.
say that
Ekwemalor
again.
here, and I'm bringing her on here, and I'm so happy she's the first guest because honestly, she's qualified to be the first guest on this our series. So if you can see the topic pinned there, it says real life healthy moms. Now somebody will say, how do you know that she's healthy? How do you know that she's healthy? Like, the truth is, health is a journey and not a destination. Health is a journey and a destination. I don't know if I have my scribes in the house today, but if I don't have, I'll be delegating Maybelline to be my scribe. So health is a journey, not a destination. So in the professional line, the professional jargon would be that health is a continuum. So just like a ruler.
Sorry, 1 minute, 1 minute. I just noticed that the video is a bit blurred. It's not so clear. So can you request access from
Right, okay.
my
So
able darling
you can send me
husband,
a
Mr.
request to
Ekwemalor, so
join.
that I can use this phone?
You
I
can
think
just
it's
go off
better.
and then you can send me a request to join.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So yeah,
Okay,
while we
great,
wait for
great.
her to
Thank
join us
you.
again, I was just saying that health is a journey, not a destination. I'm still waiting for who will help me type that in the comment section. Health is a journey, not a destination. So the fact that people are taking conscious steps in the direction of maintaining their health, I'll term them healthy, because going by the definition of health, right, it is not achievable. WHO says is a complete state, like you are 100% physically, mentally, socially well. Is that possible? No. So it is a journey. Hello, bro. Thanks for joining. All right, I'm going to accept her right back now and see where we go from there. Okay, it's a bit clearer now. Yeah.
Okay.
It's clearer now. It's clearer now. Nice.
Okay.
Okay, so I was saying that health is a journey. It's not a destination, because if you go by the definition that we've been given by World Health Organization, they say it's a complete state where you are like 100% physically, mentally, socially well, and that's not achievable. It's not attainable, right? Nobody can say they are 100% physically, mentally, socially well. But if you're taking consistent, conscious efforts in the direction of your physical health, your mental health, and your social health, we can tell you, we can call you healthy because you're doing well. And that's what I've seen with Mrs. Ekwemalor over years. We've known each other for a while now, and she has been consistent. Like, and I'm like, how is somebody like this? If you see a gallon of water every morning in the office, okay, I think I'm getting ahead of myself here. So let me just read a short bio. She refused to send me a bio, but I constructed one for her because I've known her for a bit. So I'm just gonna read a bio from my perspective.
It's fine.
She can speak to it if she'd like to. So Mrs. Ekwemalor is an amazing friend. We used to work together in the same organization. I call her my real life Google. You know, that friend that there's nothing you ask her, she will know. Anything, just ask her anything. On this slide, you should ask her anything. No, don't let me don't ask her. Don't ask her anything. Thank you,
That's fine.
thank you, my able scribes. So yeah, so she was my. I still used to disturb her small, but then when we were colleagues, oh God, I used to ask her the random mess things. Like my husband's birthday, hey, please what can I buy as birthday gift? These I'm always asking her questions, and she always has ready answers. Like you can ask Faith anything about anything. Ask her anything about anything, and she has an answer for you. That's my real life Google right there. So she's an amazing person, and she's a banker of many years. She's a mom of 2 amazing children. I've just seen them while we were doing our trial session. She's absolutely in love with her husband. She's obsessed with him, so to say. And the exact reason why she's here, she's an all-round health enthusiast. So she's not, there's some people that, yeah, they're healthy in the part of diets. So they're conscious about their diet and all that. But when it comes to Mrs. Ekwemalor, physically, mentally, socially, she's all round, like she's concerned about her health and well-being in every aspect. And she's like consistent with it. And that's why I brought her here today to tell us what's the secret. How have you been able to achieve all of this? So there you have it. That's my amazing guest. And I'll just be throwing a few questions away. Okay. And then we'll see where she takes us from there. So my first question would be, when did you start this healthy me journey? Like, how did it start? Have you always been like that since you were a baby? Or I can see Mrs. O in the house. Thank you so much for joining, Ma. So have you always been like that since you were small? Or was there a particular stage you just realized that I think I need to start being a bit more conscious with my health? When did that journey start for you? I think I've talked too much. Let me hand over the baton to you. All right.
It's fine. Thank you so much for having me here, Mrs. Oni, my sweet registered nurse, our able former colleague. It's nice to be on the platform. Okay, I'll just go straight at it since we've been having a bit of back, time here. So if all of us started for me, before now, anybody that knows me knows I love volleyball. So from school, NYC, so I just have a bit of in and out of volleyball. So, but the real journey started for me, like getting conscious. I would always be on the slim side when I was single, so it wasn't much of a challenge because I just felt I was slim. No, I was very active. So it was when I was pregnant with my first child. And I used to see women with swollen foot, you see them with their feet swollen, they are struggling to move. So I was asking my matron, like, matron, how do we, everybody must not go through this route like this. And for me, that was the beginning of it. That's my conscious, that was the beginning for me. And she explained to me, aside the diet thing, no matter for first time mom, just trying to be healthy, eat for 2, that kind of mentality. So it was really more of what you're putting together on your plate, but it was more of, drink loads of water. If you take up to 3 liters a day, you wouldn't struggle with that, with water retention. Our nurse here can throw more lights, So, so all that, what I took home from that discussion was water. Raise your foot up. Mrs. O currently on the live show. I got a stool from her. She was selling this. She was my boss there in the office. Thanks to great bosses.
Yeah.
She was selling. Mrs. O, even Mrs. O. So she was selling these small household items, and she had a small footstool. I'm sure you remember its route. So yeah, I bought the footstool from her just in the bid of trying to avoid swollen feet. So I started drinking loads of water. That's when I can say I started taking conscious efforts towards my weight. Just in the bid not to accumulate excess fluid down there. I started drinking so much water, like not maybe max 3 liters for a start. I started drinking like 1.5 liters, three bottles daily. So each time in the morning I have this 1.5 sitting here, left, right. So at least by noon, I've taken 1.5. So the other 1.5 will carry me to evening when I close for the day. So that became a part of me. So I would say truly that was the beginning for me. And water was the first thing I made conscious efforts to take all through my pregnancy. And by doing it became a lifestyle and among other things. So that is far back 2015. So from 2015, when I was pregnant with my son, that was when I started drinking water, and I tried to, take that to do my detox. Since I'm pregnant to my this is nothing you can do about a lot of things. So you don't try and be healthy, take lots of food, not to retain fluid on your feet, just to cleanse the system. So I would say that was the beginning of my conscious effort, to keep a better, healthy lifestyle.
Amazing, amazing. So I picked out 2 things from what you said. Hello, sis. Thank you for joining. I picked out 2 things from what you said. And the first thing, which I want everybody to go away with, would be that you realize that everybody does not have to go through this route.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we just accept it. E.g., moms must be stressed. We just accept it. That is how life is. Or that is how we just. But you saw it. You saw something, and you're like, no, I don't think everybody has to go through this direction. I want to find a better way for myself, and that's one thing I want all of us to go home with. That, and that mindset is a growth mindset. It's an abundant mindset. That there is a better way.
Yes,
the fact that it is like that for 80% of people does not mean it must be like that for you. The fact that 8 over 10 moms are having swollen feet when they are pregnant does not mean it must be like that for everyone. There is always a better way. And I like that that was the mindset that kind of started it for you, that no, I think there should be a different way out, and you sought for it. You search for the knowledge. That's another thing, because nobody's all knowing. So you might say there's a better way, and you just stay there and say there's a better way, there's a better way. You're not even trying to find out the better way. But you now, next step, which was to find out the better way, scribe Maybelline. I hope you are picking these points. So the first point would be that there is a better way. There is, it can be better. It doesn't have to be the worst option available. If there's a worse option available, there are better options available. So you can go for them. And how do you go for them? Seek for knowledge. So that was the second thing you did, because you mentioned having a conversation with your matron. So you sought knowledge. You went ahead to seek for knowledge, seek for information, to say, how can I access this better way? And when you got that information, you now started. The third thing would be you started one at a time. According to you said, you started with water. So a lot of times, I think what shoots our healthy journey in the foot would be that we want to start with big things and so many things. Do you understand? So we want to start exercising, want to start going to the gym every day. We want to start, we want to cut out bread, rice, chicken, everything from our diet once. We want, and then by day 3, you start hearing things like, I'm fat, I don't keep person. You start hearing things like that, I don't keep person, because you're starting too harsh, like you're starting to in a difficult manner, in a way that is sustainable. So those 3 things stood out from what you just said now, that you realize there's a better way, you sought for knowledge, and then you started bit by bit. Like I say, slow and steady, but stay steady. And that's another thing that you moved on to in terms of staying consistent. And I want you to speak a bit more on that. So you're not, at least when I met you, you were not pregnant again, and you were not acting like you were planning to be pregnant, but you were still consuming those big jars of water. And beyond that, you were so conscious about your diet. Like, you are that one person that you're always looking for the healthier alternative. How did all of that just start from you saying, I don't want my leg to be swollen as a pregnant woman, into a lifestyle? Like, how did you build that lifestyle? Just share that with us, please.
Okay, I must say, you trying to give all this whole scenario of what not to do, how not to do it. That was a story to mind. When my husband can testify, after childbirth, the next thing, you're breastfeeding. When I resumed work after 3 months, which was the normal practice of childbirth in the corporate organization that at least you once worked for, and it was 3 months after you're supposed to resume work. During my maternity leave, it was so embarrassing for me, because I kind of did not achieve the goal. But I read somewhere, a friend was doing this G diet thing, G9 diet, something G9, just all fruits, water, and this was a nursing mom with this information that you have to just, try to take baby fat quickly, get back, there's this struggle to quickly get back in shape after child. I must say, fine. That's a whole lot of process for us that, you were once big, you have jumped a size up. or two or so, and you're trying to come back quickly, plus work life, you know, you have to keep up.
Snap back.
Snap back, yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
So I stumbled on this J9 diet with a friend who was not even a nursing mom, ironically, and I wanted to do it. Over the weekend, I bought fruits and vegetables, everything. We're going all green, you know, all fruits, no need for food, you know, at least for the first. I read about it was a good diet, you know, but which was what you explained. I was jumping at it too quickly. That tasteful day, I expressed, you know, as a nursing mom, you have to leave the house early and resume work by 9.
Right.
I was breastfeeding, I was nursing my child then. So I expressed and I was, you know, empty. I went to work as usual, started my routine, water drinking, food intake, you know, and at the time I was supposed to close for work, I realized that I was having this severe headache. I had not eaten any tangible food the whole day. I was just on fruits and vegetables, from carrots to snacking on cucumber to watermelon, all those fruits that were even low in calories. You know, eating bananas, you can say, okay, at least they're getting a bit of energy.
Yeah.
But these are all fruits that are very low. I was having this migraine. I'm like, what's happening here? I was driving home, and I realized that I couldn't do it any longer. I called the Gala guy in traffic trying to approach Third Mainland. I broke that. The Gala and Coke route, you wouldn't believe it. And that was the end for me. My husband sees me. I said, honey, I'm having this headache. I don't know what's happening. He said, have you eaten? My husband knows me so God, it wasn't funny. My husband knows me so. See, I'm a foodie. I love good food. I like to eat. I can eat every 3 hours. Every 2 hours, if you allow me. So really, I said, are you eating? I said, I've not eaten. I'm doing one diet. I said, He said, okay. Immediately I called him back. After buying the Gala and Coke, I was like, man, this is not easy. I can't do myself. I broke that Daniel fast without Coke that day and Gala. What a terrible way to go on it.
Imagine, like you just ruined everything. From one extreme to the other extreme, right?
In traffic, Gala, after waiting from morning to that time, I was passing out. So really, that just speaks to one of the ways not to, you know, go on this kind of thing. Once you rush in, you rush out. You will rush out big time.
Mabel, rush in, rush out. Just put that in the comments for me. I will pin it. If you rush in, you rush out.
You rush out.
It's a journey, and that's like it's a journey. It's not a take your time, build up on it. Right. Okay. So you're going to tell us how you were now able to bring in other aspects of this healthy living thing, apart from the water. So aside from water, but now you are conscious about healthy eating. You're conscious about exercising. How were you able to bring in all those other things and then stay consistent with it?
Okay. First things first, I started replacing I'm not really like a soft drink person, but I noticed that after a while I was being exposed to it and I started taking it consistently, maybe like once in 2 days. I noticed that it started affecting my health. So I try to not get healthy drinks. Like instead of eating plantain chips, I would have carrot and granules, cucumber and granules. You know, just try to have, because I love to eat, I must say. So I try to surround myself with those healthier options. So I try to, like in the morning when I'm planning to leave the house, it's another 15-20 minutes of my time. I will eat the whole day. I can come with a big bag. My husband usually tease me when I pack for no pack. I say, yes, let me pack extra in case my colleague wants, in case somebody wants. You understand?
Yeah, that's great.
Always full. I always have the snack. So what did I do? I just try to surround myself with those things because I know I will eat something. And the moment you try to look for what to snack on and it's not there, trust me, you will go for those junk. With Jesus' joy, you will embrace it.
Jesus.
So what I did was to I tried to eliminate those junk around me. So I will have carrots, cucumber, maybe grapes, apple. I could start with the sweet fruits because they were more palatable to the taste bud. It wasn't a sudden though, but I was still taking junk, but in very little proportions.
Yeah.
I could buy what's the name of this nut? They call it tiger nut. That rich tiger nut is rich in fiber. And at times I could just chew on it and date, drink water, drink tea, you're good to go. At times, because you can decide to discard the shaft, or decide to, just take only the milk. Because if Tiger not drink, it's feeling, but in the next 2 hours I'll be hungry.
Hungry again.
Because it has fiber. Once I put that tiger nuts, the dried seed washed and all that, we date in my mouth with my green tea, munching on it, snacking. I love to pick things. I love to eat, to chew. So what I did was to get healthier options around. Healthy. I started replacing them gradually.
Right.
Trust me, I'm a lover of bread. I don't know when I will leave bread. Like, so you have to go all the mile and take out everything. No, you can live your life. Just try and get more healthier options around. Like, you have those things you can't leave. Rice and bread are one of them. For me, because I'm not gotten to that stage where
bread lovers in the house. Shout hallelujah.
I take bread every morning if possible. I love bread. So there's certain things you don't have to be too hard on yourself. There's no really, everybody's body works differently. For me, I have high metabolism rate. So when I take things in, I quickly process them and I'm hungry again. Like, Prophet, you just ate. I'm like, yes, I just ate. I'm hungry again. You're not gonna it was even that bad. I went to the hospital. I said, no, you're fine. You should be happy. Your body is breaking down food at a faster pace. So everybody needs to understand what works for them. Some people have low metabolism. They can stay the whole day without eating, and they're not even hungry. I can't stay till 12. And my fasting ends at 12.
People tell you that they forgot to eat. I'm like, how do you?
How did they do it?
Like, how do you forget to eat? Please, you people that forget to eat, somebody should just say it in the comment section. How do you forget to eat? I mean, you forgot. That's like forgetting to breathe now. Wow. So, Mrs. Ekwemalor, you shared in short. I can't count how many nuggets you've shared in this brief thing, but I'll pick them out as I've done earlier. So the first thing you've said in this second session is that, so if you're just joining, you've missed a lot of things. Mrs. Ekwemalor has been giving us a master class on how to stay healthy as a foodie. As a foodie mom. So you're a mom of a foodie too. Listen to her. She has please, they should tell us how they are forgetting to eat. I think I did it too. Please, if you have to eat, people are forgetting to eat. Come and show us the way. So, Mrs. Ekwemalor has shared a few things. She said, replace unhealthy options. Replace unhealthy options. So you know. Yeah, go on.
Gradually replace so that they
don't be too harsh about it. For example, you eat this quantity of rice, right? You want to know how they forget to eat too, Abby. So you eat maybe XYZ quantity of rice. How about you maybe 1/4 of it replace veggies or salad or something of your own choice that you like, but it's healthy. Gradually. Don't be too drastic about it. If you rush in, you will rush out. Right. The next thing she shared was that be conscious about it. So you know that you will eat. I don't know where I was sharing this. I think, it was with some of my coaching clients. You know that you will eat. You must eat. How about you're just a bit more conscious about what you will eat, right? Be a bit more conscious about what. Don't just say, I will eat, just eat anything. Like she said, 15-20 minutes of your morning is not too much for you to plan your meal for the day. And it's very easy, especially in that work environment, to eat junk. Because you are leaving your house very early, you're getting to work. It's very easy to say, I don't have time to plan, my meal for the day. But it's intentionality. We make you say, I will plan. And then the other thing she said is know thyself. Know thyself and to thyself be true. Let's not copy is another thing that has finished some of us health journey. Copy. Everybody is doing this. Let me follow them. Everybody is doing that. Let me join them. You're gonna just rush out because everybody's body is different. Mrs. Ekwemalor eats several times in a day, but what's she eating? Healthy things. Do you understand? She's Agbaolumo queen.
I'm telling you, I'm here to go to all the other food and I love to eat.
She's Agbaolumo queen. But if you check her table, you're looking for something healthy to eat in the office. Go to Mrs. Ekwemalor's table. You find it. So just that intentionality gradual process, don't rush in, and then know yourself and be true to yourself. Don't follow any bandwagon. You just try things out, right? But don't just rush in. You can try things out gradually. So this one is working for me, you move on to something else, because how will you know what works for you if you don't try a couple of things? But the point is, you need to know yourself, know that you are different from the other person. Some people, they say it, I don't know if you've heard people say, I drink water and I've added 5 kg.
What is water?
Some people say, I just drink water. And this person is eating. You see people eating. I remember when I was in uni then. People eating three hungry man size Indomie. And their tummy, will still be as flat as a stainless plate. How are you people doing this thing? Yeah, some people say, even the smell. Somebody will say the smell of food. I just perceive food and I've added 20 kg. How now? So you need to know yourself. Like she has mentioned, metabolism rates is different for different people. So you need to know yourself and know what works for you, and then adopt that into your lifestyle. But it takes a lot of intentionality. A lot of us are not patient enough to want to know ourselves, because the process of knowing yourself is not easy. It's not a tap of a finger, right? It takes time. It takes trying this, that, to know what really works for you. Yeah, you wanted to say something.
Okay, I was just trying to say that gradual. I think you've already said the point, so it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. So, my next question would be, what would you say? And that will probably be the final question, and then we'll Sarada, I'm not there. Sarada, I'm not there. You're on your own.
Oh my God.
So, okay, we started having questions, but I'll ask you this last question, and then we'll take questions from our amazing viewers, right? So, what would you say to a working mom who says she's too busy for healthy living? You know, some people, when they see people going to the gym and they see people trying to, take action, they're like, as if you have plenty time on your hand. I don't have that time. Before we do this, before we do that, before this, people reel out a list of things they have to do, and then their health is like number Z. It's not even in the A to Z. Maybe if there are any alphabet after Z, you cannot put their health there. They'll reel out that's like, I'm too busy, my children, my this, my husband, my that. So what are a few things you would say to such person on this life?
Okay, I would like to say that nobody can be too busy for themselves, because really, I stumbled across one of the videos you did, and like, wow, this is a full package. Like, if you're not taking care of yourself, how will you be able to give that care or that love to other people around you? Really, it's not just a thing of trying to just identify with what everybody's doing, but it's the reality. Like for me, volleyball is my thing. I don't like going to the gym. I started playing volleyball in school, so I noticed that instead of just being there doing nothing, let me go back to this hobby of mine that I love to do. I can play volleyball for over 4 hours. I'm not hungry, Ruth, because it's it's the only thing that can take me off food and sleep. Just food. Sleeping or eating or playing volleyball, trust me, it's food that is the next thing. So for me, I noticed that volleyball, I can play volleyball the whole day, but don't tell me to go to the gym for 30 minutes. But they're all, because this one is a passion for. I can be starving. See, if I'm sick or feeling malaria, I will still play volleyball. The moment I'm not able to play volleyball, know that sickness is really, really strong.
Yeah.
For me, because of that passion for the game,
right.
I'm also working out my mind as a working mom, because it is stressful. Being a mom, being a sister, living in Lagos, life in general,
being a human being
is a lot of stress. And now my friend was just even just a few minutes ago, say motherhood, adulthood is a scam. Really, for you to, a lot of responsibility.
I don't know if you see that video when people were singing, adulthood is a scam. Nobody will ask you whether you beat it. Have you seen that video on Instagram? God, sorry for interrupting.
It's a hard reality, so you just have to look for a way to put this balance. And for me, volleyball gave me all that. I'm releasing good hormones, which is good for my health, my emotional, it just gives me this happiness. in a good way. You know, people take drugs, people do other things, drinks, just to gain that good hormones that will make them, I don't know, in medical science, you guys have a word for it, for the
endorphins, right? Endorphins, feel good hormones.
Good, and that's what your body needs. You're not smiling enough in Lagos. You're not smiling. Life itself is filled with so many challenges. From to eat, how the children are doing, everybody running, and you know, from office work, how you have a lot of pressure, workloads to tackle, you know, and where the balance comes in. So everybody, I would advise, I don't know if people like to exercise a lot. For me, exercising is really I just looked for that hobby of mine, which is volleyball, and I stuck with it. So after work, what do? Instead of rushing into the Lagos traffic, I take 1 hour to just go and play volleyball. And I'm so, as in, I can drive the next 2 hours, I'm not feeling stressed. But tell me to leave work and drive immediately, I'm drained. I can't even think about it. I can wait. Sometimes I wait in the office till 9 p.m. because I can't enter traffic. So that time of just waiting or doing or just going on the internet and all that, use that 1 hour. Look for something. If it's a gym around your area, where they do other sports activity, because I know that gym is a lot of work. It takes a lot of dedication, commitment. If gym is your thing,
money
and money too, and plus that you have to keep up. Man, there's nobody to impress. So if you know at least gym is your thing, go ahead and embrace it. That 1 hour of waiting extra is nobody will die. I'm sorry to say. Tomorrow you break down, that family you are so worried about will continue. It will continue. It will. Is why they are still there saying, she was a good woman. Say, brother, this at least for the children, one woman.
Find one woman. Children, I'm meeting mother.
My dear, so gone are those days. Just 1 hour for yourself. If it's not too much to ask for you to recharge. Sometimes you just need that support group where people. So for me, volleyball was that group. I go there, I play. My body is also benefiting. My mind is relaxed. I'm easing off the tension, the stress of work. My mind is clear. I come back refreshed. Like when I'm hitting the road, I'm better off. I could be praying or doing any other thing. So your mind, as in you've taken a whole lot of stress subconsciously. And you've had so much fun, mind you. After playing the game, you've had so much fun. No matter how bad it is, your body has benefited. Everything is happy. Right. You know, and when you go back home, those your children, your husband, you will care for them better. You'll be happier. You know, in the long run is a win-win situation. So if it's squash, if it's long tennis, if it's table tennis, if it's just look for something that you can move your muscles so that you are benefiting both ways. You are easing your stress, you're freeing your mind, getting good hormones, and you're also working out indirectly. Over time, it's no longer like a struggle. I can play volleyball the whole day, and I'm having so much fun. So instead of going to the gym, I'm not a gym person. If you can do the home sit-up and all that, if it works for you, then I love to do squats. Everybody body goal is different. Some people just want to have flat tummy. Some people want to be straight. Me, I don't want to be straight. My goal is only just the tummy and hips. So I love to do squats. I can do it anywhere. I'm sure Ruth is aware. We can do it in the office as we do it. And I'm tired of sports. But so know what works for you. Your body goal is also important. What do you want to achieve? Do you want to lose all the body fat? Do you want targeted? So you know what works for you. But for me, my own example is that volleyball. So if you can get a sport, I know exercising is a lot of work. Even for the professionals, you see them struggling, you know, building muscles. Yes, you will do that much later when you commit to a proper exercise routine. Hope I'm not taking so much time.
No, Mrs Ekwemalor. Wow, you've shared so much. And I'm just going to recap like you have shared, just in highlights. So that So you said you can't be too busy for yourself. I had to pin that. That I'm going to quote it and post it specially. You cannot be too busy for yourself, because you know a lot of times we think that, I don't know, I've said this several times, I'm just going to say it again. We think that we don't realize that this body that we are seeing is our house. So we think maybe our mansion that we live in or whatever it is where, no, this body is your house, because you're not this body. You're your spirit, your soul, your mind, right? So this is what houses your body. Now, if you don't take care of the house, where do you want to go and live? That's the question. Where do you want to go and live if you don't take care of this house? And that's basically what healthy living does. You have to take care of the house. You're doing regular cleaning, regular servicing of the house. A lot of people are more concerned about their houses, physical houses, and their cars, like men. Men and their cars must be sparking.
Their babies.
Before they hear quickly, they have service. Do have service. Mechanic come and check it. Yeah. But our bodies will be feeling all the pain here, aches here. We will not even care about it. What do you think we're doing? Like, you cannot be too busy for yourself. I cannot even overemphasize that, and that's such a major point. Thank you for saying that. The other thing you said is that the grammar that they call it is gamify it. Gamify it. So gamify your healthy living. Like I was sharing last time that I remember somebody like Mabel now or me then, you have to go and sign documents upstairs. Instead of going up that stairs once, just go up 2 times. Your boss will not know that you are busy running up and down the stairs. You know, just have fun like a baby, like a child. But you've gotten in some activity for that day, right? So it's not until you go and carry weight in the gym or until you start doing jumping jacks or whatever it is. It's basically keeping your body active. That's all it is. So you've said make it a part of your life, consciously integrate it into your life and make it fun. So gamify it. Okay. What is it that makes you tickle, that you enjoy? Someone like me too, I cannot cope in gym. I'd rather watch YouTube videos and use it to exercise. Do you understand? If I pay for gym, the gym will just take all my money. Do you understand? So you have to, and then you went back again to the point of knowing yourself. And in knowing yourself, you also talked about having your goal. So the fact that everybody is doing squats, that might not be your own goal. You have to have your own goal. Like you have just summarized my coaching framework in this small life. Honestly, and that's you need to know yourself. You need to know what you want and then find a structure that works for you to get there. That's just basically what you have done, and that's how you've been able to sustain this healthy habits, healthy living over this time. And like you said, nobody is irreplaceable. There's no vacuum in this life. Yeah. And that was like a hard fact that hit me when I saw people that lost their spouses. I don't want to be gender specific now, but within 3 months, they've not remarried, but they're already on the path to. Like you said, it's even people that will be telling you, these children, they are missing woman touch. They need a mother. They need There's no vacuum. Everybody move on. The children will be fine. The job will not even wait for you a second. They'll find a replacement. So there is nothing, I say it again, nothing that is more important than your health. In this world, though, we know God is number one, right? But in this world, your health should take preeminence, should be more important. You should prioritize it. You should prioritize it. Don't be in a hurry to rush out of the house and you don't have a plan for what you will eat for the day. Don't be in a hurry to rush out of the house and just give your whole day to a job without a plan of how to get in your activity for the day, without a way of managing your stress. And for Mrs. Ekwemalor, she has been able to find one activity to do all those things for her. Just volleyball, she's using it to manage stress. She's using it to exercise. She's using it to socialize. You understand? That's social health as well. Building that bond and relationship with people, that's a part of our health as well. So we are not just physical or mental, we are physical, mental, and social, and all those things come together to form a healthy human being. And I am so happy to have spoken to you today. Like, he has been so insightful. Like, come and see all my papers. I've been jotting this down. Thank you so much for sharing. We're just going to take this question and then we'll let you go because you've had a long day. I don't want to keep you much longer. So Mr. Ekwemalor will not come for me. No, so we have a question here that says, how can one stop late night food when you close from work late and get home 9 p.m. every day? So does one go to bed hungry even when you've not had dinner and you are starving? Please help us. What do you have to say about that?
That is just my scenario. Today, good day. I left the office like 5 on the dot. Somebody drove me to be able to make it home on time. I'm home today, but normally this is just after 9. This is when I leave the office. I leave the island like 10, 9:30, 9, and I get home like maybe 10:30, 11, depending on how bad or how light the traffic is. So what I do, like all those packing, those deliberate attempts, this is just
in the morning.
Yes, in the morning. Like I have very interesting fruit and smoothies and all that we buy. We just stock the fridge. You don't have to do it yourself. As little as $4.50, you can get a fruit juice. You don't have, if you're so tired, you don't have to go through the hassle of doing it yourself.
Because what's the alternative to that? If you don't pay somebody to do it, then you end up eating junk, and you probably spend that money on buying drugs and managing your health much later. So if you cannot do it, it's not much. Find somebody to do it.
Something cheap. It was even so bad. There was this supermarket that I was patronizing. I had to get their contact. I was buying lime sugarcane juice, sugarcane, lime, and ginger together. You can do it if you have the time. But for me, I couldn't afford to do it. I was getting like maybe how much from supermarkets. I got their contact, ordered in bulk, and I was getting it cheaper. Freezer with it, bring the bottle a day, and that is it. It's frozen if I get to the office. So those things are things that will keep you going. Like you have interesting fruits. Maybe you have the grapes, the apple. Then you have less interesting fruits for later. Like because maybe at least Maybelline is a witness. She can testify that I have interesting fruits I take maybe in the morning in between me and all that. Then as it's getting to the evening time, you start bringing up granola.
Definitely less interesting ones.
Start feeling at least you'll be amazed. You don't have to starve. I'm not a believer. I eat a lot. I love food, but maybe you cannot eat smaller portions. Like much later, you can take this tiger nut if it's the season. Tiger nut juice is filling. Once you do that, you're fine. Even if you're taking it late at night, maybe 8, your body will be able to process it later. Maybe just give at least a little more time. You're not eating real food. Instead of just one bowl of apple, my sister, you'll be very hungry. Apple, at least the apple will open you up for more, I will not advocate to take the apple. Apple will just open you up. So take something that is a bit filling. It might be heavy, maybe it could be banana and granules. Yes, it's high in calories. Maybe just one at least will do. Then green tea. Once it's late, I've taken all this fruit and it's not working. I'm still because I'm awake till like 12:01 sometimes, 12:30. I go to bed.
I know. You are a night crawler.
A 9-5 in place, my children, this one, workload. Tomorrow, before you finish sorting all those things out, I say, it's time to sleep. Fresh, time has gone, and you are still hungry. You're awake, moving, burning calories, moving up and down. Go and make a cup of green tea. At least that's the final straw. After you take the green tea, after you relate, you go to bed, start running to bed. I make green tea, which is healthy because in the morning you feel it. You will see your system do like a detox. Yes, you see like your system do like a detox. Take a cup of green. That's much later at night, maybe around 10. Take a cup of green tea, or since you're awake around that 9, take a cup of green tea. At least that should hold you before you quickly freshen up and go to bed. Max 1 hour interval. Don't stay more than 1 hour because the longer you stay awake, the more you're looking for.
The more the hunger pangs hit.
At some point, drink water.
What I do? I do just come. Okay. Yeah.
Then secondly, please don't be too hard on yourself. Like yesterday, I actually got back. I was so hungry. After taking a few fruits, it wasn't working. What did my husband made? Little noodles. And my husband is such a sweetheart. He left a little for me. So I came back, noodles with Titus fish and everything was so, I just took a little.
So enticing.
Took mangoes, like just a little, maybe like 5 spoons. I took mangoes, made green tea, and I was full. I didn't have to eat that much. Just maybe like 5 spoons of noodles, and I ate like 3 bowls of mangoes. I peeled them and ate them, and a cup of green tea. I was fine. This morning I didn't eat that early, so just to give my body more time to break down whatever is left of because fruit will break down faster than any other food. I'm not advocating for noodles. I've not had noodles in a long time, but I'm trying to be real to yourself. There's no hard way. Weight loss is lifestyle. Healthy living is a lifestyle. So that's why you have those cheat days, but just a little. Don't be too hard on yourself. Healthy living is a continuum. There's no final destination that I've attained. If you don't gym, you don't do these things, you will go back to size 20.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. So okay, so the highlights of what from what you shared would be that eat most of your meals during the day, right? So you know that you get home so late. Fill up on food during the day, right? Yeah. So that you are almost full by the time it's night. Do you understand? You might necessarily not have need to eat. But when you do have this to eat healthier options and eat smaller portions, right? So it might happen that you are just so hungry, like you said, at 9 p.m. or at 10 p.m. Make it a smaller portion and make it healthy. I think that's what you've said, right? But more importantly, eat most of your meals during your active period. Because if you eat something like that, like if you eat a lot late at night, your body doesn't have enough time to process that, right? So that's what brings all the excess belly fat and all that, because your body doesn't even have time to process the food that you've eaten. So try and eat most of your meals during the day, right? Even it's okay for you to still be eating, snacking on things. I remember when we were driving home then, when I used to join you, we still be snacking on one thing or the other, right? Even in the car, on third mainland and all that, you're still eating as you're going. But then by the time you get home, sometimes you don't need to eat anything again, right? Yes, and Madam Idea has left a comment here to say, drink lots of water or fluids during the day, right? So drink a lot of water as well, eat well during the day, and then at night your need for food will be reduced. And like we've said, it's a journey. So don't be too hard on yourself and say, I must not eat at 9 p.m. again forever. You just see yourself at 2 a.m. You know that you'll be aware. When somebody say they wanted to go and urinate and they rolled and found themselves making a bar and warming soup and actually eating a bar at 2 a.m., you know. So it's okay, you know, it's a journey, and in a journey there are bumps. Some days you go down, some days you're back up, but the point is stay consistent, stay steady on that path. Wow, it has been such an insightful time with you, Mrs. Ekwemalor. I'm so happy that you joined me here, even though I had to drag you with your wig. Wanted to run away. I said, no, you are going nowhere. You're coming here with me. And here we are. And it has blessed a lot of people. I'm sure everybody who joined here would say they've learned a thing or two. And I'm sure people who will catch up after too will learn a lot. So you have impacted lives. Just know that.
Thank you.
And we pray that we will all stay healthy for a very long time. That even at our 80s, we will still be discussing this healthy journey, and we'll still be staying healthy and well in Jesus' name. Amen. Let me read a few comments. Okay, so Mrs. Ekwemalor, you can drop off now. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm just gonna read a few comments here. My dear said, try to be active, do some chores yourself, not leaving everything for the nanny. Yeah. So even chores is a form of exercise, right? You don't have to. It's not until you go to gym. Even doing chores at home, do it with the mind of you are getting active, you're exercising. Ruth with plantain and potato chips, 5 and 6. Maybelline, all things are part of it. We have still eating plantain chips, But when he says Mrs. Ekwemalor, the life impactor, yes. Mrs. O is hailing us here, saying, well done, ladies. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much, Mrs. Ekwemalor. And I'm just going to put up, you can drop off now while I just talk about my webinar. So we've done almost an hour. Wow. So I'm just going to talk about my webinar once again. So if you feel that you are struggling, you're struggling with stress, particularly Lagosians. I know Lagos is stressful and all that. I want to put it to you that stress is not actually the enemy. There are other things there's something that you actually need to deal with that will help you manage stress better. And that's what I'll be discussing at this, my free webinar coming up on 15th June, Wednesday, 15th June, the same time. But you just have to register here to be a part, to get the link to the event, so I can be a part of it live. If you're struggling with stress, you're finding it hard to start your healthy living journey, I'm going to break myths that are stopping you from actually starting your journey, especially as a working mom. So you need to just register at this ruthoni.com/free webinar. I'm just going to type that here. ruthoni.com/free webinar. Save your seat and join me. Let me show you what the real enemy is and how you can actually start your health journey. Like we said, it's a journey, and when you wake up is when your morning is, right? So it's not too late, it's not too early to start the journey. If you want to start it now, is the best time to start. The best time to start was last year, 2 years ago, but the next best time to start is now, right? So hop on to that link, ruthoni.com/free webinar, save your seat, and join me on the 15th of June. But before then, this time next week, I'll be having another amazing guest, and we'll still be talking about how, people who are working moms have been able to sustain their healthy living and, actually starts that journey to health, to a healthier life, and how they've been able to sustain it. So watch out for this space. Join us next week, and we'll be having another guest. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined me tonight. I'm so grateful. Mrs Ekwemalor, thank you so much for joining me here. And to all the guests, all the visitors, all the viewers, thank you so much. And I will see you next week. Enjoy your evening. Remember to save your seats for the webinar. Bye. Thank you, my able scribe, Maybelline. You did amazingly well. Thank you. Bye, everyone.